All right, hey guys, welcome back for another beautiful Wednesday. Um, I decided to switch over to playing this since we finished up our last season, well, our first season of Deadliest Catch the Game. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a spaced out day here. I'm trying to figure out why my game's not really loading anymore. Got no mouse, got nothing. So let's go to my task manager. I have to go into Windows here and close the game out. Oh, there we go. So it might just take a minute to start loading back up here. This is Gold Rush, the game. I figured I would jump in on this. I haven't really done much. I just filled some buckets up with dirt, and I was going to start walking you guys through things. So this is... I have this all set up. It's all pretty easy to figure out once you get kind of going in the game. This is the hog pan no pump with the sluice box and sluice box extension. The hardest thing here is it takes about 3 buckets of water because you have to dump buckets through here to clean the dirt out. But it takes about 3 buckets of water to wash all that dirt out of there once you fill it up. So if you watch, I'm at 33% fill on the hopper here. I'm pretty sure it also takes about 3 buckets of dirt to fill it if you do it by bucket. Oh, there we go. I found a nugget. We're going to keep it. Guess we're not going to keep it because the game decided we're not going to. Alright, here we go. I'm at 100%. And I'm going to just start using this single bucket to fill and dump water. Get this all washed through. And I'm going to probably do a lot of off-screen play of this game too, just so I can get things sped up a little bit, because the way we're going right now, I'm going to have to actually pan all this gold to get it all, I guess, in a good clean out. I'll have to sit and every ounce of gold out of an actual gold pan until we get enough money to get the magnetite separator in the wave table, which will make this about twice as fast. The great thing with the magnetite separator and the wave table is they allow you to just dump the buckets of dirt straight from after you wash these mats. You dump the bucket of dirt into the magnetite separator, it separates the black sand from the gold itself. And then the wave table, you take the dirt from the magnetite separator, not the black sand, the dirt, and you dump that through the wave table, and it separates the gold right out of the dirt for you. So it'll do everything for you. Is super nice because I'm a little lazy and I hate sitting here panning. What we'll do, we'll sit here for a minute, we'll just run some dirt through this, fill it up a few times, get the mats up enough where there's probably a decent amount of gold to wash out of them. I'll show you what it's like to do the panning and everything, and I'll run down to the store and show you guys the separator and whatnot. I also would like to get the hog pan pump. Because once you get that, you don't have to stop shoveling. You just turn the pump on and let it keep pouring water on its own. And you don't have to stop until those mats are filled, which is the greatest thing ever. You can get away with a pretty fast clean out doing it that way. Because it's about, every bucket full is about, or every shovel full is about a percent mat. So every 10 shovel fulls, like 10%. Really good for, you can keep track. Every 100 shovelfuls you're going to have full mats. So I'll actually show you guys real quick. We're at 27% now and the mats are showing. It's telling me that's full now. Out of there. So yeah, see, about every 10 shovelfuls, about 10% on the mats. I usually don't keep track when I'm doing it with the pump. I just go until I can look up and I see that they're all at 100 or until I get the notification on the sidebar that says they're full. For now, we'll try and get them up to 100% if I have the time. I try not to go over 30 minutes or so my videos, because I know it gets a little boring after that. Get tired of watching. You know, the few guys I watch, and they do that a lot, they'll go over 30, 35, 40 minutes. And I start getting a little bored. I just want to cut to the chase to the very end of the video. Most of the time, a lot of guys hide the good stuff to the end of the video. I try not to do that. I try and just make it simple, play through, and kind of keep it going. Guys don't jump to the end of the video looking for what you're looking for. I try and just throw it all out there in the beginning and then kind of just talk, you know, about my life, whatnot. Just to give you guys a little backstory on myself and everything. But so let's try and get these up there a decent amount. I might be able to get away with 100% before the 30-minute mark. So the next thing might have to be me showing you everything in the store. Hopefully by that video I'll have the money to go to the store and buy that stuff, but we'll see how that goes. That's bucket. Up. Get it out. So this is the hardest part of the game, is trying to make the initial amount of money to get the bigger equipment, like for tier 2, which in a minute I will go into the little notepad of the game and show you what tier 2 is supposed to be and everything else. This time I'll go into that and show you real quick. That's the great thing about being in normal mode, is you can still get nuggets, which will help you make a decent amount of money off the start. Because as of like right now, I'm at 5 ounces of gold. That's actually a pretty good amount of starting money once you get to selling the gold. But I would like to have a lot more than that before I go buying the stuff I need to buy. The idea here is to, yes, buy the hog pan pump, show you guys how that works, but the idea is to go turn around right after I show you that and buy the tier 2 setup. So now, once that's going, I will, oops, so we'll go over to the journal here. This is tier 1, is the hog pan, no pump, hog pan, sluice box core. I also have the hog pan extension. The mats, the buckets, all that. Let's see here. Flip over. It shows you all this. Yeah. It's what I'm doing right now. This is where I'm going to have to be. And just a little bit here is gold panning in the tent. That's part of tier 1. This is also tier 1 hog pan pump, the water pump, the hoses, the filters, all that. Tier 2, this is where I want to be. You go buy the mobile wash plant, the pump, a generator, the magnetite separator, and a small excavator, along with the wavetable, mind you, because I always buy the wavetable. This is where I want to be very quickly in this video set. So we will try to get there as soon as I can. That's the best thing to have right here, is this wavetable. That's tier 2. Tier 3 is the actual big stuff, the trommel, the shaker, everything else. the separator itself there, that's a lot of money right there. I've done it once, but I was also in cheat mode, so yeah, that's everything. I've actually had all of this before. I've had tier 4 set up. I've had the claim all set to figure everything out. Yeah, it's not as easy as it seems. Because what I was doing, I was in dollar mode on the game just to play around a little. So I bought everything for tier 4. I went and bought the drill machine to go out and drill the claim. I drilled and found the best hotspot for gold on the claim instead of mining it. The hard thing with this game is it's not multiplayer. So when I was dumping dirt into the dump truck to bring it over to the wash plant, I had to throw the dump truck, get out of the excavator, drive the dump truck over to the wash plant, dump it, drive it back to the excavator, get in the excavator, work that more. It wasn't working out. I was wasting more fuel in the wash plant itself than I was making gold. That's one of the biggest things I've seen a lot of people complain about with this game. It's not online multiplayer. It really, really should be. You and your buddies get on all together and start playing, have your own little gold mine and everything by yourselves, make a ton of money. Be able to add a money split system so you can split up the money when you sell the gold. And it's just, I think that'd be a nice way to have things on here, but the creators didn't see it that way, and I'm pretty sure when it gets released to console, whenever that happens, it's still not going to be multiplayer, which is going to be terrible. It might be a little bit easier to play on computer, but it's still not going to be the greatest. I really wish they would have made this multiplayer. That, or I wish they'd come out with another, say, updated game of this with an online multiplayer. So I got about 3 friends myself who actually would play this with me. It'd be a lot easier to have one guy running an excavator, one running a dump truck, one maybe say running a bulldozer to just push the piles of dirt closer to the excavator or something. Or heck, maybe have 2 excavators in a dump truck. One excavator by the wash plant, one excavator digging the gold, and have the dump truck bring the gold pile dirt up towards the wash plant, then dump it in there with the second excavator, I have my weird ways of doing stuff on here, but it sucks when I'm playing alone. And it's also really hard with trying to dig this little site out. This hog pan site is actually quite large for what it is, and I've seen very, very few people that actually clean this whole thing out. It can be done. I've seen it done. I wish I had the patience to sit here and do it myself, but I don't. There's no way to get to this with an excavator or anything, which is really crappy. Have to sit here and clean this all out with a shovel. The only way I can see to make it any faster is to buy thousands of buckets, because each bucket holds about 3 shovelfuls of dirt. And just sit here and dump shovelfuls into buckets. And that's the only way I can see to clean this out any faster than running shovelfuls from the hog pan back to the hole, from the hog pan back to the hole. Like I said though, I don't have the patience to even try that. I get irritated really fast with this. So I stop after a while. I don't try to figure it out. I get the most amount of gold I can out of here, and then I stop. Once I have enough to move on to tier 2, I'm done with this thing, and I move on to tier 2. Which will hopefully be in the next video. I've still got some time here. Almost to 100%. I'm hoping this will do it. If not, we'll clean the mats out. I'll show you guys real quick what that is. What it's like to clean it out with just the old time gold pan. It's really not fun. It's sick to do that all the time. It's so much easier to have the separators. Jumping out of that little glitch I like there. So Oh yeah, we're at about 100%. That's fine. That's fine right there. So what you do now, once your mats are full, 100%, 98%, whatever you want, take each mat, fill a bucket with water, and you can only do this once with each mat. Dunk it in the water, cleans the mat out. You don't need multiple buckets for this too. You can do all 4 mats in one bucket. I'm pretty sure the max is actually 4 mats to 1 bucket, even with the big tier 4 setup, but now you got a bucket full of dirt. So you take this, run it inside. I'm gonna have to take that out to the stream there. Pick this up, run on out to the stream. We have to fill this up for ourselves. So you fill this up with water from the stream. And then what I like to do is I'll set it like right here when I'm actually going to be using it. Dump the bucket into a pan. Leave the bucket wherever you like. I leave it up there. Go into the gold panning mode. Try and wash it as much as you can. I will usually sit here for a good minute or two just to make sure there's nothing else going to wash out. Doesn't look like there it is. So here's the hard part, is separating the gold from the dirt. What I find the best to do is screw those little ripples up there. They don't even work for stopping the gold. I will just lightly sit here and tap it back and kind of shake the pan down. Up, 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 up. I don't want to lose the gold. So you press shift, you go into the picking mode. So I'm at 9.07. Let's see where this one puts me. 9.19. So now that's all just dirt. What you can do, just dump it right into that water bucket. It'll all disappear on its own. Back out of the gold panning mode. Each of these buckets usually will hold about three gold pans worth of dirt. But as you can see, the very, very small amount of gold we were getting and are going to get out of this, it's quite annoying to sit here and have to do this. But I've also found like this, if you just keep the pan under the water like that, it'll clean the dirt up, no problem. Find the gold you want. No, come on. Pull all that dirt. So yeah, those ripples are so useless. I don't know why they added them to the game. Very much at all. I'm really not getting anything out of this. 0.04 ounces. This is such a waste of time with this kind of thing. You really don't get much out of this at all. That's why I think this is the hardest when you're in gold panning mode like this. You really got to work for your money. Because usually I'll try and get up to about at least 20 ounces, if not more, before I go smelt it all into a gold bar and sell it to the bank, which I will show you guys in a later video when I have more gold worth selling and not this 9-ounce crap. Make sure this is all wash clean. So I want to try this. See if I can clean out any more of that dirt any better while it's in the water without losing gold. Nope. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, bad idea. I did clean out a lot more of the dirt than I usually can, but even then, I'm not going to get too much more gold out of this anyway. Now I gotta shift the pan around here. Get that last piece of gold. 9.3 ounces. So like I said, each of these buckets hold about 3.5. Let's look in it, see if there's still going to be a little bit left in there even though the bucket looks empty. So what I'll do is I'll wash this off, get the gold out of this. So you're supposed to be able to do this, like real panning, you should be able to do this in the water and it'll knock the dirt out before the gold comes out. But the game's pretty unrealistic with that and it never seems to work like that. Pick the 3 or 4 pieces of gold out of this pan. And then I think I'll call this one a video. So that's just about all the gold that's in here. There's nothing else. Dump this out. We'll check this bucket just to see if there's that little smidge left. Nope, nothing left. So as you can see, I've literally only made 0.4 ounces of gold out of that whole bucket full of dirt. It's really annoying to sit over there and scoop all that dirt out of there just for 0.4 ounces of gold. It's not even worth it. So like I said, what I'll show you guys in the next video is we'll probably have tier 2 sort of up and going, at least the wave table and separator. Hopefully I can get an excavator in the small wash plant and we'll start cleaning that all up. And maybe sooner or later we will get to tier 3 and 4 and we'll get this all set up here. But we'll see where it goes. So until next Wednesday, guys, have a good day and stay safe. Thanks for coming to Captain Turtles Gaming.